After burnout, I felt like I had lost my brain. I couldn't focus. My thoughts were racing. Small things felt overwhelming. My nervous system was overstimulated. It felt like I was fragile. And then I tried something I never thought I would. Cold water. Not to be extreme, not to prove anything, but to get my mind back. You may know him as the Iceman, Wim Hof, a Dutch man known for enduring extreme cold using breathwork and mental focus. At first, I was skeptical, but when you feel like your nervous system is broken, you become open. I started reading his book, and what fascinated me wasn't just the cold, it was his story. He lost his wife. She struggled deeply with her mental health and eventually took her own life. And after that loss, he was left alone with his grief. Instead of numbing himself, he went into the cold. He would sit in ice water, not to escape his thoughts, but to face them, to regulate them. That moved me, because after burnout, I wasn't trying to become strong, I was trying to become stable. Burnout isn't just exhaustion, it's neurological. My stress response had been activated for too long. I was hypersensitive. Noise felt louder. My mind wouldn't stop. I felt overstimulated by everything. I wasn't weak. My nervous system was overloaded, and I needed something physical to interrupt that pattern. I started with the breathing. 30 deep breaths. Fully in, let go. Fully in, let go. At first, it felt mechanical, but around breath 20, something shifted. My body tingled. My head felt lighter. And then came the moment that surprised me. After the final exhale, you hold your breath. And suddenly, I could hold it for over a minute. Not forcing it, not struggling, just calm. But the real miracle wasn't the time. It was the silence. For the first time since burnout, my mind was empty. No racing thoughts, no pressure, just stillness. That silence felt like getting my brain back. Wim Hof often says, "The breath is medicine." And whether or not you believe every claim, there is something powerful about this. When you control your breath, you influence your nervous system. You teach your body, "I am safe." Over time, that repetition changed something in me. My baseline stress decreased. I felt more regulated. Not dramatic, but steady. Then I added cold showers, just 30 to 60 seconds at the end of a warm shower. The first time, my body panicked. My breath shortened. My heart rate increased. But instead of escaping, I stayed, and I breathed slowly. When cold hits your body, your brain wants to panic. But if you regulate your breathing, you teach your nervous system something powerful. Stress can be safe. And something interesting happened. The overthinking stopped, because my brain had one job: regulate. Cold water forced presence, and presence calmed my mind. After a few weeks, I noticed clearer thinking, better emotional control, more energy, deeper sleep, less anxiety. It wasn't dramatic, it was gradual, but my brain felt like it was returning. Cold exposure didn't fix my life, but it gave me agency. It reminded me that my nervous system could adapt. There is something symbolic about sitting in cold water. It's uncomfortable, it's intense, but it's temporary. And when you breathe through it, you build trust with your body. After losing his wife, Wim Hof chose not to drown in his grief. He trained his nervous system instead. And in my own, much smaller way, that's what I was doing too. Not becoming extreme, becoming stable. If you're recovering from stress or burnout, your nervous system isn't broken. It's overloaded. And sometimes healing doesn't come from avoiding discomfort. It comes from learning to stay present inside it, with breath, with awareness, with repetition. Cold water didn't make me superhuman, but it helped me feel safe in my body again. And that changed everything.